Kahala Yahweh Shimmer Shai Bashimmer Kalkodash Brakti Yahweh Brakti Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.
Double honor said LG Great Minister. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom to the elect of the 12 tribes for scattered abroad. Greetings. We call ourselves a hopeful elect because we do not know who the election are in these times. Shalom to the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, the Lord's elect. Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. You know, the elect is the lambs, the sheep of Yahweh Shai. He spoke about feed my lambs, feed my sheep, feed my sheep. You could read about that the third time Yahweh Shai showed himself to his disciples after he was risen. He asked about Simon son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? So on and so forth with it. When they had died with Yahweh Shai. Alright.
If you don't understand stablecoins, you need to, because they may make our big banks totally obsolete. Proof? JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, and Bank of America are teaming up for the first time ever to ward off this threat. What is a stablecoin? It's not an investment like Bitcoin. It's simply a digital dollar. You can use it to send money to anyone, anywhere in the world instantly. Say you're a US business paying a freelancer in India. Here's the current method. You send a wire from your local bank. It gets sent to a big bank in New York, then to another bank in Mumbai, and finally gets sent to the freelancer's local bank. Each bank takes a day to transact it and charges a fee. 4 days and 10% less money along the way, your freelancer's paid. Now, with stablecoin, you open an app, type in the amount, press send. They get paid in seconds with zero fees and no banks in the middle, and no concern on currency fluctuation that 5-day period. Now you see why big banks are joining the stablecoin party? They're a horse and buggy charging fees for hay and manure cleanup. Stablecoins let money move for free at the speed of an internet. Question, what does this mean for credit card companies like Visa and MasterCard that charge 2% transaction fees? And how about Bitcoin? Hit the follow, guys. I make complex.
This is Habakkuk, the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, starting at verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and sit upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And in this edification, we're going to be dealing with verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So there are visions that are yet for an appointed time. And the next visions, the next prophecies that are becoming to pass is the intensity of Jacob's trouble, the RFID chip, the mark of the beast being globally mandated, the destruction of Babylon through nuclear missiles, and the coming back of Yahweh Shai.
These prophecies are coming, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will not tarry, it will surely come. Prophecies is coming quick. Esau is saying they're finding out there's a hostile UFO out there. That's what they're saying they're seeing. And you know, the UFOs, what they call aliens or UAPs and all that, is what? The angels. And the angels ride what? Spaceships. Because Esau, you know, he's like, ooh, ooh, you know, there's little green man up there. No, it's the angels. You know, Psalm chapter 68 verse 17 goes into that. Chariots of God, the chariots of Elohim, 20,000, even thousands, from butchering it, and it goes on. The Lord is amongst them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Elisha, he called them what? The chariots of Israel. This is 2 Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not stir, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. By measure hath he measured the times. The times, the visions are measured. The visions are what? They're prophecies. And they're playing upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has his men out here with the tables, making it plain so the elect can run that readeth it. For the vision, for the prophecy, is yet for an appointed time. By measure hath he measured the times. He doth not stir, he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. It is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. You know, the true prophets, like, they're standing upon their watch. Yeah, teaching, right, brother? The prophecies? Cons. Me and the brothers here with the prophecies, teaching. Hopefully with the elect, me and the brother here.
By faith.
Yeah, by faith. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves is a gift of God, Yahweh Shemel Shai, not of works as any man should boast. This is Micah chapter 4, verse 8. And now, O tower of the flock, who is that? You know, the true prophets, they count as the elect. And they're upon the tower of the flock. They're on that tower. They're seeing and preaching, making the visions plain upon the tables. So out of Israel, the flock, you have the prophets on the tower. You know, you go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch. That's the prophets. And set me upon the tower of the flock. The prophets are on that tower preaching and teaching. You even got the unicorn horn. Where did you get that, brother?
Absolutely.
Slack, yeah, I got the device. How's the device? The stronghold of the daughter of Zion. Daughter of Zion, that's Israel. Unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem. Yara. Shut.
Right.
I
I got your scripture, brother.
God. Yeah. The water.
Okay, this is the book. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, starting at verse 2. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge.
Slack here, brother. Verse 1.
Verse 1, okay. Verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of Yahweh, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Verse 2. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Okay.
All right. So, how they do that, brother? How does the sky have a big voice that it speaks and says, "Shalom, double honor to the elder GMS Great Millstone. We're gonna begin the lesson, y'all." And everybody in the sky is looking up.
And that doesn't work that way.
Alright, so no, they don't do that. Just to answer the question. Ooh.
That's what the unicorn horn is for.
Kind book of Joel chapter 39 verse 9.
And that's where we're gonna go.
Yeah, because if you know about how the internet works, it goes up to the satellites in, you know, the heavens and the ozone layer, and it comes back down, and it shows knowledge and all that. Different languages. Oh, verse 3. There is no speech, no language where their voice is not heard. So if you know how the internet works, it goes up, satellite, all that. You're not a giant voice from the sky. Shalom. Double honor to the elders of GMS Great Millstone. Let us begin the lesson today. You're not hearing a giant voice from the sky just doing that all day. You're not hearing that all day and all night, day unto day. Alright, Job 39 and 9. Let's get it. You got it, brother?
Yes, Job 39 and verse 9. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by thy crib?
Alright, so the unicorn, that's according to internet scripture, you know, you got, what's the horn called, brother, down here? Satellite? It's not it goes to the satellite.
It goes to the satellite. There's the internet. It goes to the signals. It's going to the satellite.
Feed horn. So like it's a feed horn. That's what they call it. Oh. And turn that. Feed horn. Let's see if I can get it. Here it is. I believe this is it. Yeah, this one right here. See that feed horn. And it goes up to the heavens. Like this one right here. Feed horn. That's that horn. Unicorn horn. It goes up to the heavens. Day unto day, night unto night, utter speech. And it comes right back down to you. If you're watching this video right now, that's how you're getting this. With the unicorn horn. That feed horn, all that. Alright, so we touched on that. We can go back to Habakkuk. Chapter 2, verse... So yeah, you saw in the beginning of the lesson, you saw about the stablecoin thing. That is going to lead up to what? The RFID CHIP going global, the brain CHIP, the MOTB being established and enforced all across the world, which will be what? The hour of temptation, pursuant to Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. That's what that is. Where'd you get that, brother? Revelation 3 and 10. You had a precept you want to bring out?
Yeah, I got two, and then that's going to be.
What's your precept?
That. We're going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9, and then after that, we're going to go to Revelation.
Okay.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 9. The thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there's nothing new under the sun. That's how this Edomites operate. They take what they've done in the past and they bring it into the present and make it seem like it's something brand new, or they actually know what they're doing, but they're going to do it anyway because, as in the book of Micah, it's in their power to do so. So when we go over to Revelation chapter 12 and 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. The devil, Edom, Esau, come down unto you with great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time. The time of Edom is coming to an end. The time of Edom ruling and in the power seat is going to stop. It's going to be destroyed. It's going to end. So this is their time now to come down with great wrath to do whatever they need to do that was mandated to them by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because they're the sword to implement any other draconian laws and any other unrighteous decrees, namely the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. And what they're doing is they're doing things and using scare tactics that they've already done. Now, for example, alligator Alcatraz, that was already done in the past when babies were the bait for alligators, when babies were fed to alligators. Even in Egypt, when our babies were fed to the alligators, they brought that back. The prison houses, putting us in prison, gunning us in the street, shooting us in the street, using fear tactics. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, these things that he uses against us to try to manipulate us so that we can bow down to his will and we can be dependent on Esau and not Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Now, as far as the world is concerned, the oinkamene, the world, the people in the world, the children, the children of man, the heathen, there's no chance for them. The children of the wicked, which are the Edomites, there's no chance for them either. So they are going to conform to Esau's devices. But the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, specifically the elect, are not going to bow. The elect are going to see right through it and continue to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And in the video that you saw before the lesson, when it comes to stablecoin, all of that is being woven and webbed together to make the mark of the beast even more attractive for people to get, because all roads already led to the microchip. It's just not globally mandated, and that one of these days it's going to be globally mandated. Stablecoin is allowing a user to send money to somebody else, no matter where they are, instantly. It's already been done in Cash App and Zelle and other electronic payments where people can send and receive instantly. But instead of having to go through a third party, stablecoin will be able to be sent directly from the bank account. So you will not have to transfer money to Cash App to send to the person. You will not have to use Zelle. You will be able to use your bank to send the funds instantly. And when we're getting into buying, this is how it leads up into the mark of the beast. When we get into buying and selling, that's what they're going to be using on the microchip to process transactions, to process money transfers. But it's not going to be money. Money is going to be done away with. This fiat money is going away. This monetary money goes to the ATM machine, get $20, $50, goes to the teller. I need $1,000. All that's going to go away. It's all going to be done electronically through the chip. And now we're going to go ahead and go over to Revelation.
Listen, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices, as Rose going into it. And when the mark of the beast, MOTB, is enforced globally, more than likely, you are going to have people that will, buck up against it, and so on and so forth. And however many of them get put to death for bucking up against it, and tortured, and so on and so forth. But we know the elect will 100% sure not take the MOTB. The RFID, CHIP, the elect will not receive that, no matter what happens. Where do you want to go, brother?
All right, now we're going to go into Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 and 17. Don't be fooled and don't be deceived with these devices of Esau. They're not making things easier for anybody. They are hurting the masses in the direction of where they want them to go, and that's to receive his mark, his chip, go into a marriage covenant with him. That's what it's about.
Problem, reaction, solutions, call it. Order out of chaos. Order out of chaos is a Latin phrase for it, but the Illuminati and the Sun Tzu, the Art of War, it's in the book about in the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Because Esau's doing all this like he can create a better world. Jeff Bezos makes around like $308 per second, and 26 point something $1 million a day. How many homeless people do you think he could fix up with that? The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers. If they were to all collect their money together, and Elon Musk and the rest of them, how much of the homeless do you think they could fix? Ah, yes, there's children starving in Africa and we need to help. I would think they could fix that overnight. You got millions and billions of dollars. How much money did they supposedly send to Ukraine? What if they would have sent that all to the starving people across the world?
They don't care.
And you can't say there's not enough money for it, because they could get choppers and stuff to go out now. They could get aircraft carriers full of food and water just sent over there. If you say, well, it's dark, the military, they got stuff for that. They got lights they can set up. When you go into the military and all that, the military, they have construction crews for people they do. They go to war, they might need a wall built to defend against the enemies. They got construction people for that kind of stuff. They could do a lot with all that money they got. They got robots they could attempt. Even though Esau's robots, like how he got it, that's not going to exist in the kingdom of heaven, because we're not going to have no left-hand robot activity like how Esau got his robot stuff, But yeah, they got the resources to, fix up people and stuff. But they don't. Even with the war going on in Ukraine, the amount of money, they could still send money to Africa because there's so much money. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Part of Esau's blessing was what? The dew of heaven and all that. The fatness of the earth. He has the riches of the earth. He possesses that now. The gold, the silver, the diamonds, the rubies, the emeralds, the amethysts, all that. The lands. This man's the devil. You got it, brother.
All right, Revelation chapter 13, starting at verse 16. I'm going to read this in King James Version, and I'm also going to read this in the Amplified. So here's the King James.
Okay.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And we can clearly see the mark in their foreheads is Neuralink and other devices such as that. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Now we're going to read this in the Amplified. There's a point that the Amplified is going to make that I stated about coming into a marriage covenant with Esau. Verse 16 of the Amplified. Also he compels all, the small and the great, and the rich and the poor, and the free men and the slaves, to be given a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, signifying allegiance to the beast, and that no one will be able to buy or sell except the one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number of his name. It's an allegiance to the beast, an allegiance to Esau, NATO, what they want to do. Think of it this way. You have a man that sees a woman and the man wants the woman. What is he going to do? He's going to woo her. And that's olden language. Charm her.
Seduce.
Entice
her, mate. Entice. There you go. Entice.
Mm-hmm. They're going to give, he'll give her earrings, jewelry, flowers, money, go on a trip, drive her home from the work. And go ahead, brother.
His smooth words. Because you can do that all day and a woman says, I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she probably will, but it's the words that really get somebody. Sing them poems and sing them songs. All the words really get somebody.
Mm-hmm.
The other stuff will as well.
And that's what Esau is doing. He's using these devices and his craftiness. Remember, the scripture says he's wiser than Daniel to woo the world to go in a certain direction. And he was given that by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because this is the hour of temptation. But the elect are going to be saved out of it.
And to clarify, the hour of temptation is when the MOTB is enforced globally. Right now, the MOTB is not being enforced globally, but the hour of temptation will be the MOTB being enforced globally. Just to clarify that point, because when that happens, then that will be the hour of temptation. But right now, in the present world, the MOTB is not being enforced globally as of whatever date this is, 9:53 at 8, where we're at. Yeah, Esau has that subtlety. That's part of what he was given by the Most High, what he's given by Yahweh Shemel Shai. Like that serpent in the garden.
The serpent in the garden. Go ahead, brother.
Which had the spirit of an Edomite pursuing in Genesis 3. It was more subtle than any beast of the field. The beast of the field is the other nations. So amongst the other nations, who's the most subtle? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The red man pursuing in Genesis chapter 25. And if you don't believe he's red, ask an artist or a painter. You know, they draw white people, so-called white people. They don't use white to crayon. They use shades of red.
Mm-hmm.
Pink is a shade of red. Peach is a shade of red. They'll even use tan. They mix different shades of red. I know about that. Yeah. Just ask an artist or a painter. They'll tell you about it. You want to go, brother? Go ahead. Yeah, they're using your words to woo a woman. That's what Esau's doing with his subtletiness. It'll be better. If your children go missing, you can find them. So on and so forth. There's subtlety to words. His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Never trust thy enemy. For like his iron rusted, so does his wickedness. Could you get that, brother? His words were smoother than butter.
Yes.
Smooth words. No, let's say you got a broke homeless man. He cleans himself up a bit. He sees a woman. He's going to use them smooth words. His speech, his tone, is all going to be smooth. Esau likes to seduce the masses. Same thing with a man and a woman. The man is broke. He ain't got no money. The homeless man, go back to the example. So he's going to speak in a seductive tone and everything with his smooth, buttery smooth words. You got it, brother. Smoother than butter.
I got it. Psalm 55 and verse 21.
Yeah.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords.
That's what Esau's going to try and do.
These smart cities is the same thing. The smart cities, it's not a city of convenience. It's not a city to make your life easier. It's something to put you further into servitude to Esau.
Yeah, because if you say, well, I don't like this chip stuff anymore, I want to leave. Ooh.
And Esau is that type. If Esau can't have you, he will kill you because he unalive you because he don't want nobody to have you.
And he could do it with some pain. You know how Esau likes to do. He's a sword. What do swords do? They're destructive.
Look at the music and the movie industry. How many actors and singers are unalived because they want to speak out and demand this and demand that and get what's due to them that they never received. And what happens? They get unalived. And then the media, they say, well, it was a boat accident. It was a plane accident. It was a crash. They drowned and did this. No. They were unalived.
And if you if you're questioning how do you know that, brother? Well, if you look at the Diddy cases, Diddy was supposedly getting people too, and they was mysteriously found out being unalive. Now, I'm not saying that happens to everybody, because judgment happens. He controls everything. Whoever gets taken out, and so on and so forth. So an actor, celebrity, they could actually unalive in their sleep. However often that happens is, I don't know, but Yahweh Shemashah controls all that. But as you've seen from the Diddy case, certain people, that does happen to them. That just happened to them. Just look at the Diddy cases. Diddy was supposedly getting people. So, just to back up what the brother was saying, to prove it with some facts. If you question, well, how do you know that? Maybe you were involved, or not involved. Look at the Diddy case. God, all right. So, what was you reading, brother? The smoother than butter. What was it? All right. So that's what Esau likes to do. That subtileness. Let's go to Genesis 3 quick. Let's get more subtitle. What's the word there for subtitle?
Strong's H 6175. Arum.
The way he says
Second entry.
Arum.
Arom.
He says it in a smooth manner, All right, subtitle: shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible, crafty, prudent. This man, he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Devil means slanderer. He's also Satan, which is what? Satanas in the Greek, which means adversary. There was war in heaven, all that with Michael and his angels, Satan and the devil. That's Esau, Edom. That old serpent, which is the devil, which is pursuing in Genesis 3, to show you that the devil there, Satan, is not the spiritual demon Satan. It is that's referring to the serpent in the garden. And the serpent in the garden was a man that had the spirit of Edomite. So that further proves that Satan, the devil, fighting against Michael and his angels, is a man. It refers to that old serpent, which is the devil. Satan is the little angel of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Hashem Yoshai. He obeys the Father and the Son. Read the book of Job about that. Now, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also amongst them. It's in there. If Satan was truly kicked out and all that, he wouldn't have came back. Satan is a loyal angel of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. He ain't trying to disobey. He fears the Father and Son. Bless ye, Yahweh, ye his angels, that hearken unto the voice of his word, that do his commandments, as his scripture speaks about.
Okay.
All right. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. That's all you want to bring out, brother?
Yes.
All right, we'll go into for edification's sake. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. The word there for mark is cherigma.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
A stamp, an imprinted mark. Let's get to etymology. Strong G 5482. Charax. Charax.
Strong's G 5482. Charax. Charax.
A pale or stake, a palisade. What is a palisade? So, brother, is this palisade here referring to a car palisade?
No.
Oh, this is John the Revelator, almost more than 2,000 years ago, receiving these visions. It is being compared to things of his time period. It's not a car palisade. This is a palisade.
That's going to be the instrument that's used to implant the RFID chip.
Oh, you said the CHIP word, brother.
I said the CHIP.
They might take us down for it. All right. All right. Would you look at that? Look at this needle. What does that look like? What does this needle look like? Oh my, it looks like a palisade. It's a palisade. It's just a small version, but it's a palisade. Proves Mark of the Beast is a physical thing. Mark of the Beast is not sleeping with white women. And by sleep, I mean having sex with white women. That is bugged out. Completely bugged out. It's not John chapter 3 verse 16. Completely bugged out too. It's not hegemony. It's not anything else. We went through 17 and 18 for Revelation 13, right?
We only read 16 and 17.
Nah, here goes 17 and 18, brother.
Okay. And that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark of the mark was like it, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636.
All right. 636 is what in the Greek? Khan, brother. You got it.
Go ahead. I thought you was asking me. I'm following Scott. So like, yeah.
No. But you was correct, brother. Chai Kasai stigma. Chai Kasai stigma. Strong G 5516. Chai Kasai stigma. Chai Kasai stigma. Brother was right.
Strong's G 5516. Chai Ksai Stigma. Chai Ksai Stigma.
Didn't pronounce it exactly the way he pronounced it, I think.
But we still
saying the same thing. All right, stigma.
Strong's G 4742. Stigma.
There you go.
Okay. A mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name of the stamp or their master or commander branded or pricked, which is cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods.
Yeah, token not good. Alright, so this is going to get disgusting, but it was going to a marriage. What is this shape like when it comes to marriage? What consummates the marriage, brother, between a man and his wife?
The sex.
The act of sex. So, this hypodermic needle is shaped like what? The man's rod. Which is his Christmas tree stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it does what? It puts the seed inside the woman. What does the needle put inside the person? This right here. The CHIP, the RFID CHIP. And that carries what? Information. Sperm carries what? Information. And both bring what for a virgin? Blood. If you get the RFID CHIP, that's going to be blood. Whether you get it 10 times or once. But for the virgin, for the act of sex, it's going to bring what? Blood. It's in the law. The token of her virginity. When the hymen gets cut. That's going to bring some pain. that RFID CHIP being injected into you. For many girls, the first time having vaginal sex can involve some discomfort or pain, but it's not always excruciating. You get the RFID CHIP implanted into you. This is a big needle. Wouldn't you think that would hurt, bro, this big old needle?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to hurt. Just like the real active sex. Except from the woman's point of view. It's going into like a marriage with Esau. And you're the woman. And the needle is the man's rod. His phallus. Yeah. Just from that point of view. Till death do you apart. Because once you take it, you can't be undone from it. Let's get that. Revelation 14, verses 9. By the way, the Christmas tree is phallus symbol. That's why I say that his Christmas tree, the man's Christmas tree. It's pagan. Learn not the way of the heathen. Jeremiah. In the book of Jeremiah mentions the Christmas tree. They're hewing it down, all that. It's pagan. All right, Revelation 14, verse 9, brother.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
The forehead is the brain, CHIP. Neuralink is an example. Or in the hand, right hand or left hand, that is the RFID CHIP. Verses 10, brother.
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
The Lamb is Yahweh Shai.
Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day and night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Yeah, day nor night. He said Noah. Which is
Revelation 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai.
Take it, you're doomed. That's it. So, brother, if a woman gets with a man, and she's already mad. If a woman gets with a man, has sex with him, can she undo the marriage?
No.
Oh, so she's permanently married?
She's permanently married to him.
Oh, wow. So if you take this RFID CHIP, you're stuck with this man with that marriage. You can't undo it.
Come.
Man. All right, so for you wacky-tacky Christians out there, fire and brimstone, the presence of holy angels, forever and ever. If you think there's everlasting hell, let's get it. Jonah 2, and this is almost wrapping up. Just gonna prove ain't no everlasting hell.
Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his power Yahweh out of the fish's belly.
Yep, all caps there is Lord, for Lord is Yahweh.
And said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord Yahweh, and he heard me out of the belly of hell. Cried I, and thou heardest my voice.
So Jonah's like, I'm in the belly of hell. But where was he? Verse 1 tells you where he was. What's it say, brother?
Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his power Yahweh out of the fish's belly.
So he was in the fish's belly. But he's saying he's in hell. The belly of hell. Hell is a condition. This proves right here. Hell is a condition. You got hellish conditions. Let's prove hell is the grave. Because hell is a condition or the grave. The sorrows of death compass me. This is going in Psalm 18. Alright, Psalm 18:4. In the book of Psalms, it also speaks about, though I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. Ah, yes, you can make a bed with screaming people on fire. You will be on fire too. How you gonna make a bed while you're on fire? You couldn't. Hell is the grave or a condition. This is Psalm chapter 18, verse 4.
The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me.
The sorrows of death, the sorrows of hell. King David could have died. Could you get a phone charger, bro? The sorrows of death compassed me about, the sorrows of hell. So was King David out there fighting, and he saw the ground open up around him, and he saw Satan saying, "Today you will be with me in torments"? No, he could have died in the midst of battle. It was a fierce battle. The sorrows of death, the sorrows of hell. Sorrows, death. Look at the Hebrew there. The cha and the ba, the la and the ya. The cha and the ba and the la and the ya. One was death and then one was hell, the grave. King David could have died. It was a fierce battle. And King David had spiritual powers. That was a fierce battle. You got anything else you want to bring out, brother?
No, brother, that was all for me. That was
The water for the charger. And on that note, Shalom.
Shalom.
Ka halal Yahweh B'Shem Yashai B'Shem Kakudash. Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.
Double honors to Elder G. Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.